Welcome to an in-depth tour of our reputation system. By now you understand how critical it is to have reputation marketing as a part of your marketing efforts. We've actually developed a system to handle reputation marketing. It looks like this, and we basically brand it for our clients. So we put your header in here, and your location, your website, your phone number, your social media sites over here. We can even match the colors so it flows nicely with your website. A lot of the review sites out there, like Yelp, are all about the review site, and a lot of times they have competing company listings and ads where your reviews are. We have taken a very different approach here. We want this site to be all about you, so make it really easy to get in touch with you. And the whole idea is to drive people here to leave a review, and then other people will find it to read your reviews, and you can link to it in different ways. So we'll talk about that in a bit. But again, we call this a reputation system for a reason, because the idea is to facilitate and to help you harness the power of reviews and to get even more reviews. We can have a configurable option that we can turn on or off, that if you want to get reviews at Google or Yelp or a bunch of third-party review sites, then you can. It basically says, if you have an active account, feel free to leave a review on a site by clicking on the icon below. The idea with this is that our system is very transparent, and if you want to turn that on and have a direct link to Google or Yelp or one of the third-party sites, you can. I'll talk about a couple of other ways that we integrate the third-party sites in a bit. We always try to make it as easy as possible for the customers to leave a review, and this way the customer can choose the way that they feel most comfortable with. Next, we have our own built-in review system here. This is where we gather your customer's name, email, and where they're from. We ask for this information because we want real people leaving you real reviews, and we really want you to know who that is. We have a 5-star rating scale, and this section here is a really easy configurable drop-down for the types of services that you offer. And we try to include some keywords and services that basically lets the reviewer pick what type of service or product they received from you. Here we have a title of the review, and we seed it with some suggestions like fantastic service, I'll definitely recommend you, just to kind of get them thinking of what the title means. Then here we ask for more specific comments. Now at this point they can go ahead and click submit review. But before I do that, I want to talk to you about what happens if somebody isn't happy. We have a 5-star rating scale, as I said, so let's say somebody submits a 2-star review. The form actually changes. Let me show you that again. By default, it starts out at 5 stars, but if somebody is not happy and they click a 1 or 2-star review, the form actually changes and now it turns into a customer service tool. The idea is to get the reviewer in the mindset of how could we have served you better. Would you like a follow-up phone call? And if so, what is the best number? This lets them kind of share and vent a little bit. So this is another opportunity for you to collect the feedback that we all crave in our business to help us improve. It is never fun to hear that we don't meet somebody's expectations, but it is a very powerful opportunity to get that feedback and to be able to reach out on the phone and do what we call a heroic recovery. So basically taking a situation that isn't the best and helping somebody that has had a less than stellar experience with your business and find out what went wrong and reaching out and doing that heroic recovery to be able to turn them back into a raving fan. Does it happen every time? Of course not, but it's a great opportunity to try and make it so. So our system helps you instantly be able to try and recover from the bad experience. Either way though, whatever rating they hit, submit, review, and a couple of things happen. The first thing that happens is that the business owner gets an immediate email with the content of the review, good, bad, or ugly. They get the review in their email instantly. And a cool feature is that you can actually route the review to different people. So say you and your office manager or sales manager or partner or whoever wants to get the reviews. We can route it to multiple people. The other thing that happens is that the reviewer will get an immediate email too, with several things in it. First of all, it's thanking them for taking the time to write a review, because as we know, not everybody will leave a review. We all have good intentions, but not everybody will. So we want to say thank you for doing that and taking that extra step. The second part of the email that they receive, if it is a positive review, they are actually invited to go ahead and share the review on a Google Plus link or Yelp. So this is a second way that we can integrate a third-party site. They get that link directly in their email. And then the third component of the email that they receive is that we actually have a configurable option in our system to say thank you with what we call a token of appreciation. This is a great way to kind of resell or get that person back in the door, as well as taking the opportunity to say thank you. We send this to good or bad reviews. So we're not trying to bribe for a review up front, we're not paying for a review, but it's a great opportunity to say thank you after the fact. You can say different things like, come into the office and show us the review, or email and we'll give you 10% off your next visit, or go here to print a coupon, or whatever. You can get really creative in that area. So just to clarify, the 4 and 5-star reviews are the only ones that get the links to third-party review sites in the email. So the next thing that happens after they hit submit is pretty cool. They are immediately redirected to this page, which is a thank you and social sharing page, where we actually just make it really simple and include some verbiage about referring their friends and making it really simple for the reviewer to share their review about you on their favorite social media site, whether it's Facebook or Twitter, Google Plus, or LinkedIn. It is just a one click and share. What happens is that goes onto their personal Facebook wall, for example, with a link to the business's Facebook fan page. So it is a great way to share with their friends. And we tend to trust the feedback and recommendations from our friends on Facebook, and you just kind of reinforce that trust with the review. Next in our system, we have the option to publish all reviews that are 3 stars and above immediately on your website or blog. Now this is fully configurable. You can choose to moderate reviews, for example, if you'd rather do that. But let's also talk about what happens to every review that is submitted. We spend a lot of time researching the market, and for transparency and authenticity purposes, we feel like this is really important, that all reviews do count. So even if you get a negative review, which is rare, but if you do get a less than positive review, we do not actually promote 1 and 2-star reviews, but we count those reviews toward the aggregate score here. So that is how Schema is organized, and the search engines got together and said this is how we want review sites to be. So this is how we are transparent as a review site. So we're not just showing, oh, we've got 5 stars and we've got 4 stars. We have an aggregate score here. Every single review is individually indexed by the search engines. So we have many cases where the actual reviews will show up in the search results when customers are searching for you. We also actually create a link on every single review with what is called an anchor text link, with the kind of service that was received and where it was received at. So this creates a link back to your primary website. And of course we also have share buttons here. And the other thing that we generally do is that once a review is published, we have the option to have this review shared automatically on your Facebook and Twitter page. We all can struggle with content to put on the social media sites, and statistics show that 9 out of 10 consumers trust earned media, which is referrals and reviews. So it is very effective to share the reviews that come in and share them automatically on your Facebook and Twitter page, which just helps spread the good word about your business. We can also set it up to automatically share those reviews in and around your website or various other websites around the web. So some other features that we have are the All Reviews page, where it shows all your reviews, the Refer a Friend page, and the Request Appointment page for people who need that. So let me show you the dashboard really quickly to show you how all this works. It's kind of smushed down because it's recording. But you get access to the dashboard, and we have a great training center where we help you learn more about how to get reviews, including a quick start guide on how to get 10 reviews in your first 30 days. So right here we have where all your reviews are, and it just kind of lists all your reviews. Again, it looks kind of funny because we're squished down because of the recording. So remember when we talked about how reviews are important and we call it a reputation system for a reason? We want to facilitate getting reviews at a multitude of places. So we have it set up in our system where it makes it really easy with this email form to put somebody's name and email in here, and then you can actually direct them to where you want to send them. So you can do a regular one right to your reputation system. You can go to Google+, Yelp, TripAdvisor, or one of the other ones, third-party sites that we talked about. And as you notice, the emails change and so do the links right in here. So what this does is capture the customer where they are most likely to leave a review. So then you hit submit and the customer gets a nice invitation in an email to leave a review. So then we also have this great feature here. This section here, what this does is this is the code that you would be able to put on your website or your blog where you want your reviews to automatically show up. And it's configurable also. You can show how many reviews you'd like to show up on your website or blog, and how many stars, if you wanted 4, 5 stars to only show up. It also shows the different categories as well. You can put the length of the reviews that show up, and the width and the height. And this is the result here. We typically recommend that you put your box right on the front page or in your sidebar so that new customers can see right away that you have an amazing reputation. So as you can see, this is a very powerful reputation system to build referrals and build a positive reputation, and then promote that reputation around the web and on social media to really build trust in your business, which leads to more referrals and more customers and a better conversion for new customers checking you out. We really believe in the power of reputation marketing as a critical component, and our reputation system lets you proactively build your reputation and promote it. Plus, we are actively improving the system and making sure that it is in line with the search engines. So if you're ready to build your 5-star reputation, or if you have any questions, then just give us a call at 888-838-1706 or fill out the form on our website to get connected.